Final mode of the XV-15 tilt rotor was in May of 1977. The first transition to horizontal flight in 1979. The first flight of the V-22 in March of 1989, and 10 years later it entered service. 26 years from concept to service, I present to you the United States Marine Corps' MV-22 Osprey. You have just seen the transition from vertical flight to horizontal flight. And A-Bomb, this has got to be one of the most amazing things in the world, to think that Igor Sikorsky, who back in Connecticut, back in the 1930s, overcame exceptionally difficult aeronautical and physics problems to perfect rotary flight. If he were to see this now, had he been alive when this was developed, he would say, you have done what nobody else could do. You got a helicopter that can take off and land vertically, and an airplane that can travel at speeds of over 300 miles per hour. This is a big win for the Marine Corps.
Yeah, I don't know if Igor ever had this in mind exactly, but it definitely brings some very unique capabilities to the Marine Corps. And I was in New River when this aircraft was first being integrated into the fleet back in 2007. And, you know, there were definitely some challenges trying to go from the CH-46 helicopter into something that moved at the type of speed that the MV-22 moves at. But we've gotten that all figured out as the Marine Corps. We've developed all kinds of TTPs. And I'll tell you, this brings a great capability to the flight, or to the fight. And it's just something that really nobody else in the world is using these days to the level that we are.
With those kinds of forward speeds, I don't want to get into the physics of something called retreating blade stall, but there is a limit as to how fast a helicopter can fly because of that phenomenon called retreating blade stall. But as it approaches now, again, I think it'll come in from the right for its next pass. You'll be able to see and hear it. The 38-foot rotor diameter is what we're going to see as it comes by. Here comes the Osprey and a high-speed pass. The XV-15 with its 25-foot rotors was a demonstrator, but this one has the lifting capability. 24 fully equipped combat troops. It can carry about 15,000 pounds of stuff underneath it on a load underneath, and it is designed and is taking the place of that old CH-46, isn't it?
Yeah, that's absolutely right, Rob. And you know, the amount of G's this thing can pull coming into and out of zones. I've been on this, taken out of a zone before, and I was very impressed with the amount of power that this thing has coming up as a helicopter pilot. Advertised climber rate on this thing is 4,000 feet per minute rate of climb coming out of the zone.
Absolutely amazing. Now, as it comes back, we've got Staff Sergeant Daniel Zawicki. He's the MV-22 crew chief from VMX-1. And as we watch it come in, watch as you can see the nacelles, they will start to rotate back up. Now that is something that is very important, that the pilots be very capable of and taking care of their left hands. Because the right hand is on what is this joystick or the cyclic in helicopter mode. The pedals, the feet are busy on the pedals that would be rudder pedals, or in helicopter mode, anti-torque rotor pedals. In this one, computers take care of some of that, but the left thumb on the power lever is what moves a small knob in increments, click, 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 to go from forward nacelle into this helicopter mode. Now, if you look carefully, everybody, what you may be able to see is the rotor blades actually changing their angle or pitch as it approaches. And that computer control of the stick translating that those control inputs into the rotors will allow it to go right, left, forward, back. They literally can tilt those nozzles back in excess of 90 degrees to back up. And then, should they want to go side to side, one of the rotors will grab more air, increasing the pitch or angle of the blades, and make it move from side to side. This is a isn't it?
Well, and just for a little bit of trivia, are they props or are they rotors?
Well, I think there's a name, but what do you call them?
You call them prop rotors, actually.
There you
The
go.
prop rotors are the spinny part, and the part where the engine is are called the nacelles. So we even get unique terminology for the V-22, a very unique aircraft. And for all of our friends in the local agricultural community, you would actually be surprised at how similar the cockpit of a V-22 feels to a modern combine. They really do. The little wheel with your thumb that you're talking about
Yeah.
to tilt the nacelles, it's almost the exact same thing that the farmers in this area use to adjust the pitch of the head on the combines.
Amazing. Now these 34-foot rotors, when they are fully extended, that's about an 84-foot wide reach of that.
Which is a lot bigger than a CH-46.
And that can pose problems, can it not, when they're landing on a small deck of a carrier?
There's only a limited amount of space on ship, Rob.
So there's a technique that is built in to the MV-22, which allows it to change its footprint on the deck from 84 feet down to about 28 feet. When they shut the engines down, the crew chief or the pilot can flip a switch. The rotor blades, the prop rotor blades, will then rotate back out of their extended position, and the entire wing will rotate 90 degrees so that it doesn't take up so much room on the deck of the carrier. And there you can see, I'm watching, I can see the pitch, the blade change pitch as they do that. And you can also see, you can see some coning of the prop rotors as well. And that coning is there. You can see it because it's actually supporting the entire weight of the vehicle that we see there. Very unique.
It's literally a transformer.
I love that. Two engines. Allison turbo shaft engines generating over 6,000 shaft horsepower each. And this aircraft is so well designed that if one of the engines fails, a computer can sense it right away and change the transmission of the power from the good engine through the wing and up to the other rotor without so much as a hiccup or a loss of any sort of loss of control. It's really amazing.
Absolutely right. A lot of people think that a lot of the issues that were early on in the development of this aircraft might still be an issue, but the engineers did a great job of going in there and figuring out a bunch of those issues and putting a bunch of safeguards in this aircraft to make it have the excellent dependability record that it has today.
About 16 tons or 31,000 plus pounds empty, fully loaded, 55,000 pounds. That's a lot of weight carrying capability for this aircraft. And when it's coming in to deliver troops, it can do it so quickly and keep it out of, make it a much more difficult target for the enemy when it's coming in fast, goes quickly into helicopter mode, gets down on the ground, gets the troops out, and gets out of Dodge without getting hurt.
It's almost like you're running a commercial for the MagTap demo we're going to do this afternoon, Rob.
Well, you can tell everybody about that, too. Oh, my goodness, A-Bomb, it's so amazing to watch. I got a chance to see that XV-15 up in Dayton back in the early 80s doing its demonstration, and I never believed that it would turn into something that has been so important for the United States Marine Corps and the United States Air Force.
Well, and really, we're still unlocking capabilities of this aircraft as we speak. I mean, we're still developing TTPs. We're still developing new and interesting ways to employ it. There's talk right now of potentially putting Hellfires on it. We've got ramp gunners on it now. There's just all kinds of capabilities that that still have yet to be realized of this aircraft.
Well, as the missions become more diverse, it'll be fun to watch how much more deployable and watch the evolution of the Osprey. And Adam, thank you very, very much. I appreciate your hanging out here.